Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to First Racer. It is by Perfect Games and is scheduled for some sort of release in December of 2022. Right now, it's a free demo out during the Steam Next Fest, and we're going to take a look at it. This is my first time ever looking at it. I just got done in the settings menu. Settings menu, actually pretty good. It looks like even in the demo form here, it already supports a wheel, a Fanatec wheel, apparently, which I don't own any wheels or anything, so I have no idea if that's good, bad, or indifferent as far as wheels go, but I'm going to be playing on my Xbox controller. It picked that up immediately, and we're going to see what this is like. I don't know. It looked a little bit bare bones as a racing game. Like a bare bones racer, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not fun to play. So, let's not judge a book by its cover just yet. So without further ado, I am going to jump in. I'll put a 30-minute timer up. Probably we'll stick to that, but we'll see. So let's get rolling here. One player, drifting. Oof, not a drifting guy. Let's try a race for our first outing. Okay. Yeah, it's very bare bones. There was an option to take the sort of black outlines off of the cars, which is interesting. I guess if you really don't like that kind of styling, you can do that. I don't mind it all that much. I am noticing all the cars are identical. So, like I said, it seems like a very bare bones kind of racer as far as like the graphics go, but again, that can also translate to a lot of fun because, especially, nostalgia nerds as well will probably like it. That said, I'm not sure how I feel. The car is very, very loosey-goosey, and I'm guessing that's because they have the drift modes, and it feels very like the S end is kicking out a lot here, a lot more than I would particularly like. We are going at a good clip. Now I wonder if there's drafting and stuff. Like, this seems more like an arcadey game. There was no like simmy stuff that I could see in it, which is fine by me. I prefer the arcadey stuff anyway. But again, that's something if you're okay. Well, this is all something that has just happened. But if if you prefer more of a sim game, then this might not be in your wheelhouse. Oh, I have turbo. I just noticed I had a turbo button or turbo MacGuffin down there next to the speedometer. Hit turbo with A. So yeah, definitely a more of a arcadey game here. How do I know how much turbo I have? I guess I don't. I guess it's that little bar there. Yeah, because it's not letting me turbo anymore. Surprisingly difficult to kind of. I mean, it's. I'm keeping it on the road, which is more than I can say most of the time. But it is like the turns are really bleeding off a lot of bleeding off a lot of speed, even though I'm not on the brakes. So there's a lot of that going on. Let's try another race before we try drifting, because drifting is definitely not my cup of tea. Whoa! That guy spun me out. He pit maneuvered me. It's also looking like the AI is a bit OP. I have the difficulty set to medium, and not sure. Not sure it's on the same level as me. I'm saying that as someone who is pretty bad at racing games to begin with, but also like they're just gone, and I'm not even really gaining on them. Also noticing the braking is not really doing much. But that is, like, one of the things I always try to test out with racing games is, can I brake while leaving my finger on the gas? And does it work? And in this game, the answer is no. Seems like the brakes just do not work well at all when you have the gas pressed. And in some other games like Forza Horizon and stuff like that, there are times when you can kind of feather the brake at the same time you're doing the gas, and it'll work out well for you in some turns. And other times you have to, let off the gas and do an actual brake. So there's that nuance there. This one doesn't seem like it has kind of that nuance. It feels like it's just you're either all on in one section or you're all off. Right? Like some of these turns are you definitely need to like lead off the gas. And I mean, that one I kind of was like pumping the gas a little bit, and I was able to get around it, so I don't know. What's more annoying is that the AI seems completely unfazed by these corners. Like it doesn't even look like. I mean, it's slowing down, but it doesn't look like it's actually slowing down. I'm wondering if this is more supposed to be like outrun kind of thing, where you're meant to drift around the corners, because it seems like that might be the case. Let's try this race. Let's see if I can drift her around the corners a little bit. Maybe. Oh, this damn guy, he will not let me go here. So this is that AI that does not get out of your way, which I'm not a fan of. Like, the AI is just stuck on a certain path, and if you get in its way, it will just, like, the physics favors the AI, where like they can just push you out of the way, even though like you're just a feather. You know what I mean? And not a fan of that. That's kind of the lazy man's approach to AI. I hope that's something that they're working on. Use the ball my juice. All my turbo juice. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you gotta do in those corners. Like I had to brake, I had to leave off the gas, I had to feather the gas. Like it's very corners are very difficult to get right here. And yeah, it feels like you're not even on tarmac. It feels like you're on ice, really. Which is not great either. Like there's no grip to the ground at all. And again, I think that just has to do with the fact that it's like they have a drift mode. I feel like the drift mode is unfortunately causing their racing mode to be not great. It means that you're sliding around the track like it's ice. Your car's back end is flying all over the place. Okay. Yeah, and these guys are... The other thing that makes it rough when you have AI like this that will not deviate from its own course is that when you get into traffic like that, like you cannot get past them at all. They'll just knock you right back out. Like you can't get them off their predetermined course in order to like slide in there. Yeah. It looks like your tires can heat up and stuff too, based on the icons there. I wonder why you can't like regain any turbo. Like they have a thing for turbo down there, but you can't like regain any of the knocks. I don't know. Like I mean I guess that's more realistic obviously, but it's like everything else about this isn't particularly realistic, so why be realistic there? Yeah, that's a thing. I don't know. The racing doesn't feel that great, but let's do we'll do the simple oval drifting. Wow, that was very underwhelming. Wow, this is like uncontrollable. Like, how are you supposed to control this thing? Oof, this is almost as hard to control as that freaking taxi game was I played last night. Oof. Oh wow, this is, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. I really don't. It's like you can compensate a bunch, but it's very, very, it's very, very rough. Fourth place. Yeah, I'm not big on drifting stuff anyway, so that's just kind of insane. Oh, this is not... Oh, I thought I did the drifting thing. Here we go. This guy getting right up in my face immediately. Doesn't help. Total focus right now. Oh, nope. Okay. Okay. Drifto. Oof. Yeah, that just shows you how bad I am just at drifting in general. Alright, I mean, it is what it is. I think we've seen all the game can offer us right now. Obviously I can't do the 2-player split screen. It does have 2-player split screen though, which is fun. But yeah, it maybe let's try just for kicks and giggles here. Let's put the AI at easy. Let's try one more. Let's try one of these races again. Let's see how much of a difference it makes, if any. Yeah, not making a whole lot based on my terrible driving here. I am more in the running though. Guess there's that. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Oh, I just spun out by using my brakes. Well, that's a thing. So yeah, difficulty not making a whole lot of difference. Not making all that much difference. have the vibration on, and I am getting a little bit of vibration here and there through the controller, but not that much. I am getting it when it matters. Like, I'm getting it when, you know, the tires are slipping and stuff, which is good. That's just cheating. Total cheating. AI is cheating. I'm out the race a little bit. Our engine's smoking a bit. Smoke them if you got them. Alright, so yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of difference for me, but obviously I'm having lots of struggles with the braking and stuff. It's not behaving the way that I would expect it to with a controller. Like it's just not, for some reason. I just can't get used to it. It's like got this kind of weird thing. I wonder if that's like, I mean, it's entirely possible it's just me, which is, you know, certainly a valid concern, and just me and my own brain. I'm also wondering if maybe they've tested a lot with wheels, and whatever tweaks they've done for the wheels are not working for just a regular Xbox controller. So I don't know. And I mean, there were some tweakable things, but it looked like they were all for wheels in the control here. I mean, this is force feedback. Yeah. Suspension force. I mean, I guess this is general force feedback, so this might do something with the controller. I don't know. But if it's at like 70%, I'm not really feeling 70%. It's feeling a lot more like 10%, honestly. And then you've got these other settings that are specific to that wheel. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just kind of that. If it's just more geared towards people using wheels, and that's why the controller doesn't feel that great, or what. You know, I haven't even tried, like, they have key bindings and stuff, right? So theoretically I could try it with the keyboard. I mean, you know what, let's just for kicks and giggles, let's see if the keyboard control is better. We'll do this. Maybe this is like one of those rare cases where they got the keyboard control inputs really right. I mean, yeah, it's not terrible yet. What's my control? That's downshift. What is my nitrous? Oh, alt. Okay. Base is my brake. It's I mean, it's working better than I would expect. It's working better than most games would work if you use it on the keyboard. So I don't hate it. Put it that way. Like it does feel responsive. I'm able to kind of like tap the left. I'm using the arrow keys, by the way. I'm using the arrow keys. I think you can use WASD. It looked like that was working too. So if you're left-handed, you probably want to use those. But I'm using the arrow keys to run. I have the up arrow key down as the gas. The down arrow key actually does work as a brake, but also spacebar works as a brake. Alt is your nitrous. And even though I'm tapping the left and right from time to time, I am also holding it down, and it's like working okay when you hold it down. Like it's doing exactly what the controller would do if I was moving the stick. So kudos, they've obviously tested it with the keyboard because it's actually working out okay. You know? Which is already 3 steps ahead of most games. As we cause an accident. That accident notwithstanding, I was in actually pretty good position there. That should show you that it's actually keyboard controls are actually pretty solid. Yeah, you know, I'll say that for him. The keyboard controls are pretty solid, and not only are they solid, but not a single point during that did my controller vibrate on the desk. So it's like they got that, they nailed that down too, where it's like, okay, you're not on the controller anymore, let's not vibrate the controller like a lot of games do. They'll just keep vibrating it even though you're not using it. So kudos, they've done their homework with that. I think that's actually really I mean that's a hard thing to nail down, is to get like keyboard controls to work and also make sure that you're not still vibrating the controller and all that stuff. So when you switch over and have that be seamless. So that's not something to sneeze at. That's a really good quality of life thing they've got there. And hey, you know what? If you've been looking for a racer that you can actually race with the keyboard, I mean, this definitely is high up there, where, you know, the controls are actually pretty good. I think though, I mean, it still suffers from the, you know, there's no grip to the ground. It feels like you're driving on ice a lot of times. So I don't know. That part is kind of, but I mean, everything else about it is competent. I wouldn't say it's blowing my skirt off or anything like that, but it's definitely competent at what it's doing. And, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you could probably have this. Is kind of like, this seems like one of those sort of maybe lunch break games, right? You're just like, I just want to just pop in something real fast for half an hour or whatever and just play this. Or if you've got, you know, friends over and something, you want to do like a 2-player game, like this looks like it would be a lot of fun for that. But other than that, you know, it's a niche of a niche, I would say. Honestly, you know, you gotta like racing games, and you gotta be in the mood to just have something that's fairly simple, but, you know, could be at least something to pass the time for a little bit. So, yeah, no, I'd say it's pretty good. I'd say it's pretty good all around, my friends. So this has been First Racer. It is by Perfect Games, and it is scheduled for some sort of release in December. Whether that's a full release or an early access, I'm not sure. Right now it's available as a free demo during the Steam Next Fest demo week. You can go download it for yourself and take a look at it and see if I'm just totally full of crap when it comes to like my complaints about the controls and stuff. So that's always, always by all means keep me honest on that. And as always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.